Hello, my name's Barry Jackman. I'm a former carer. I was for in the region of 9 years. My wife had dementia. She was diagnosed in 2013, but clearly there were significant signs before that. And 2013 was the time when we actually approached a GP and said, hey, we've got problems, can you help us? And we were very fortunate. We had an excellent GP. The diagnosis was done speedily, and that was it. I was literally, I'll say, not virtually, I was literally patted on the knee by my GP, who said, there you go, Barry, that's it, off you go. Now, if you had something seriously wrong with you, a medical condition, you'd expect a follow-up. That doesn't happen with dementia, not at the present moment. So I was left all at sea, and it was a number of years until I reached that time when the straw nearly broke the camel's back. I was so close to a nervous and physical breakdown that fortunately my children noticed, and we pressed the panic button, and that meant that eventually my wife was accepted into a care home where she did receive excellent care. But that is luck. It's luck of the draw. Now, I say there should be no element of luck within the NHS. We should have a pathway, a point during which we can focus on, and we can say, right, it's now appropriate for you to take this pathway and see what offshoots will be of benefit to you. That didn't happen 9 years ago. So has it come about now? No. You're just as likely to get left in the dark today as you would have been in 2013. Now that's not good. Fortunately, we know it, and we're doing things to try and change things. Now there are something in the region of 3,000 people on the Isle of Wight who live with dementia. The majority of these people live in their homes, and we're encouraging more and more people to stay even longer in their homes and not look towards residential care. This is a good thing. It is really, really good, providing we can give the sort of care that is required in the home. And then, of course, we've got to make sure that the right and appropriate care is given in the residential setting. But there is no guarantee that this is going to happen. We don't have any minimum qualifications for being a carer. If you're out of work, you could go down to the, or go online to the employment people and say, I need a job, and they might just as well say, there's a vacancy at such and such for caring, why don't you do that? No question of what are your qualifications, what are your experience. You can get thrown in at the deep end. And by golly, do we expect a lot of professionalism from that sector of the work. I've been present when people have died, and I've seen the degree of compassion and expertise shown by our care workers, and they're on minimum wage. You know, there are so many things that are wrong. We had nine words relating to onward care in the Queen's speech this year. So this business of I'm going to sort out social care. Okay, am I a cynic? You decide. But we face problems, and the important thing is that we don't turn our heads away from them. We face them head on, and that's why a week like this week of dementia awareness is so very important. It focuses people's minds on the problem. Now, if you are unfortunate enough to be a family who is going to be touched with dementia, you're going to understand what I'm saying. If you're one of the lucky ones and dementia doesn't visit your family, good for you. But bear in mind that it's a growing problem. We are an island that encourages people to come and retire here. So we don't have a normal demographic. We have a demographic where there are far more elderly people likely to become dementia patients than perhaps a comparable area in the West Country or the home counties. So we do have our own problems, but we have to work together. And that's why it is so important for people like the Trust, the CCG and the Council to work in partnership. I don't mean giving it token knowledge or just a token gesture, but they actually have to do it. And not only that, they must work in partnership with the Isle of Wight community through the voluntary services, and that group of people for whom little support is often given, and that's the domiciliary and the residential care support that are very rarely mentioned, are never present during meetings where ongoing care is discussed. This will change, but it will only change if we as a community are active, and that means bearing in mind this set of problems, dementia care, when this week is over. Now, it's very easy to forget things, but what I will do is I'll offer you an invitation, and that is that this week we are opening up the first of our Alzheimer cafes. We've been online for the last month or so, and it's been brilliant. So successful that we're going to continue that way of reaching out to people. But our primary job is to have cafes where people can come, learn something about the disease, relax in good company. So I'm saying to you now, if one of these is opening up near you, and that is East Cowes, West Cowes, Totland, Sandown, Newport, Cowes and East Cowes, did I mention those? Well, there's 8 altogether. Forgive me if I've forgotten one. Do come along, see what we're up to. Who knows, we might encourage you to volunteer. You might go away and having learned something. Who knows?